Welcome back to JoyTube, your go-to channel for unraveling epic tales from ancient texts. Today, we delve deeper into the Book of Jasher, exploring a pivotal chapter of intrigue, oppression, and resilience. Witness how the tides of power shift against the children of Israel as Pharaoh crafts a sinister plot to weaken them. But amidst the darkness, faith and divine intervention shine brightly. Join us as we uncover this remarkable chapter in the saga of Israel's journey through Egypt. Let's dive in. After Levi's passing at the age of 137, a new era of affliction began for the children of Israel. With the patriarchs gone, the Egyptians, spurred by fear and envy, saw an opportunity to oppress the growing nation. Especially after the children defeated the armies of Zepho that the Egyptians could not face in battle, Pharaoh's advisors gathered, alarmed by Israel's strength and the memory of their miraculous victories. They feared the Israelites' potential to rise against them and devised a cunning plan to enslave them further. The Egyptian king decreed the construction of Pithom and Ramses, unfortified cities that would serve as fortifications against their enemies. To execute this, a proclamation was spread, enticing the Israelites to work for wages. Initially, Egyptians worked alongside them, hiding their deceit. But as months passed, the Egyptians gradually withdrew, leaving the Israelites alone to bear the full burden. When wages ceased, those who resisted were beaten into submission, and thus began years of grueling labor. The cunning plans was for the Egyptians to join in the constructions with the children of Israel for their daily hire, then drag themselves away from them daily one by one in secret, and then rise up and become their taskmasters and officers, and left the children of Israel afterward to build without wages, and if they refuse, then force them with all your might to build. And if you do this, it will be well with us to strengthen our land against the children of Israel, for on account of the fatigue of the building and the work, the children of Israel will decrease, because you will deprive them from their wives day by day, Pharaoh commanded. While the Israelites toiled, the children of Levi refrained, having seen through the Egyptians' ruse from the beginning. Their abstention spared them from the labor, leaving the rest of Israel to shoulder the weight of the Egyptian oppression. Despite the harsh conditions, the more the Israelites were afflicted, the more they multiplied, filling the land and vexing the Egyptians. Pharaoh, frustrated by Israel's resilience, sought darker counsel. Among his advisors was Job of Uz, who proposed an unthinkable decree, the death of every male Hebrew child. The king, desperate to curb Israel's growth, summoned the Hebrew midwives, Shephrah and Puah, and ordered them to kill any male child born to Hebrew women. But these midwives feared God above Pharaoh. Defying the king's orders, they allowed the male children to live, ensuring the continued growth of Israel. When Pharaoh confronted them, they cunningly claimed that Hebrew women gave birth before midwives could arrive, as they were hale and strong. The king, unaware of the divine protection surrounding Israel, accepted their explanation. And the Egyptians did not direct their attention to make the children of Levi work afterward, since they had not been with their brethren at the beginning, therefore the Egyptians left them alone. And the hands of the men of Egypt were directed with continued severity against the children of Israel in that work, and the Egyptians made the children of Israel work with rigor. And the Egyptians embittered the lives of the children of Israel with hard work, in mortar and bricks, and in all manner of work in the field. And the children of Israel called Melol the king of Egypt Mera, king of Egypt, because in his days the Egyptians had embittered their lives with all manner of work. And all the work wherein the Egyptians made the children of Israel labor, they exacted with rigor, to afflict the children of Israel, but the more they afflicted them, the more they increased and grew, and the Egyptians were grieved because of the children of Israel. Even in these dire times, the hand of God remained evident. The Israelites continued to multiply, and the midwives were blessed for their courage and faith. This again shows Pharaoh's plans thwarted yet again, as Israel's story of survival and perseverance continues. In the 13th year of the reign of Pharaoh king of Egypt, which was the 125th year of the Israelites going down into Egypt, Samlah had reigned over Edom 18 years. And when he reigned, he drew forth his hosts to go and fight against Zepho the son of Eliphaz, Esau's grandson, and the children of Chittim, because they had made war against Angias king of Africa, and they destroyed his whole army. But he did not engage with him, for the children of Esau prevented him, saying, he was their brother. So Samlah listened to the voice of the children of Esau, and turned back with all his forces to the land of Edom, and did not proceed to fight against Zepho the son of Eliphaz in Chittim. And Pharaoh king of Egypt heard this thing, saying, Samlah king of Edom has resolved to fight the children of Chittim, and afterward he will come to fight against Egypt. And when the Egyptians heard this matter, they increased the labor upon the children of Israel, lest the Israelites should do unto them as they did unto them in their war with the children of Esau in the days of Hadad. So the Egyptian said unto the children of Israel, Hasten and do your work, and finish your task, and strengthen the land, lest the children of Esau your brethren should come to fight against us, for on your account will they come against us. And the children of Israel did the work of the men of Egypt day by day, and the Egyptians afflicted the children of Israel to lessen them in the land. But as the Egyptians increased the labor upon the children of Israel, so did the children of Israel increase and multiply, and all Egypt was filled with the children of Israel. And in the 125th year of Israel's going down into Egypt, all the Egyptians saw that their counsel failed against Israel, but that they increased and grew, and the land of Egypt and the land of Goshen were filled with the children of Israel. Job 1. The king's counselor said, If it pleases the king, let a royal decree go forth, and let it be written in the laws of Egypt, which shall not be revoked, that every male child born to the Israelites, his blood shall be spilled upon the ground. And by your doing this, when all the male children of Israel shall have died, the evil of their wars will cease. Let the king do so, and send for all the Hebrew midwives, and order them in this matter to execute it. So the thing pleased the king and the princes, and the king did according to the word of Job. And the king sent for the Hebrew midwives to be called, of which the name of one was Shephrah, and the name of the other Puah. And the midwives came before the king and stood in his presence. And the king said unto them, When you do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew women, and see them upon the stools, if it be a son, then you shall kill him, but if it be a daughter, then she shall live. But if you will not do this thing, then will I burn you up and all your houses with fire. But the midwives feared God, and did not hearken to the king of Egypt, nor to his words. And when the Hebrew women brought forth to the midwife son or daughter, then did the midwife do all that was necessary to the child, and let it live. Thus did the midwives all the days. And this thing was told to the king, and he sent and called for the midwives, and he said to them, Why have you done this thing, and have saved the children alive? And the midwives answered and spoke together before the king, saying, Let not the king think that the Hebrew women are as the Egyptian women, for all the children of Israel are hale, and before the midwife comes to them they are delivered. And as for us thy handmaids, for many days no Hebrew woman has brought forth upon us, for all the Hebrew women are their own midwives, because they are hale. And Pharaoh heard their words, and believed them in this matter, and the midwives went away from the king, and God dealt well with them, and the people multiplied and waxed exceedingly. What an awe-inspiring tale of defiance, faith, and divine providence! This chapter of the book of Jasher reminds us of the power of courage and the resilience of those who trust in a higher purpose. Will Pharaoh's schemes grow even more sinister? How will the Israelites endure under the weight of such oppression? Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to JoyTube to stay tuned for the next thrilling installment. Until then, let these timeless lessons inspire and uplift you. Stay curious, stay courageous, and we'll see you in the next chapter of this extraordinary saga. Thanks for watching.